Have you ever noticed how the quietest person in the room is often the one who has the most to say? Not because they don't have opinions, but because they've learned something the hard way. Sometimes avoiding an argument isn't weakness, it's exhaustion. There comes a point where explaining yourself starts to feel like talking to a wall. You've repeated your intentions, you've clarified your words, you've tried to be patient. Yet somehow, you're still misunderstood. After enough of those moments, something changes. You stop trying to convince people who have already decided not to understand you. And from the outside, it looks like you've become distant. But inside, you're simply protecting your peace. The truth is, not every disagreement needs a winner. Not every accusation deserves a defense. And not everyone is asking questions because they genuinely want answers. Some people only want confirmation of what they already believe. No matter what you say, they'll twist your words until they fit the story they've already written about you. At first, you fight back. You explain every detail, you defend every decision. You hope that if you choose the right words, everything will finally make sense. But eventually, you realize that understanding cannot be forced. It has to be chosen. That's why some of the calmest people you've ever met aren't calm, because life has been easy. They're calm because they've spent years wasting energy on conversations that went nowhere. Now, they choose silence over endless debates. Not because they've given up, but because they've learned where their energy actually belongs. Here's something most people don't realize. Silence isn't always surrender. Sometimes it's wisdom. Sometimes it's self-respect. Sometimes it's the quiet confidence of knowing you don't owe everyone an explanation. The people who truly care will ask before they judge. They'll listen before they assume. And they'll try to understand instead of trying to win. So if someone walks away from an argument, don't be so quick to think they've lost. Maybe they're simply done carrying the weight of proving themselves. Because real peace begins the moment you stop explaining yourself to people who were never listening in the first place. And maybe that's one of the strongest choices a person can make.